Hello friends, this is Melissa from Buckeye Girls Lifestyle. This is Beetlejuice, a open collaboration of 10 Burton styled Halloween DIYs. Our host is the amazing Indy Annie Jones. Please go check out her channel and all the amazing creators in the playlist. Today I created 2 Beetlejuice DIYs and 1 Nightmare Before Christmas DIY. If you wanted to, you could buy a black canvas, but I picked these up at the Dollar Tree, and I have plenty of paint, so I just thought I'd paint my canvas black. But if you wanted to make it easier, you could just pick up a black canvas somewhere. My Dollar Tree didn't have them, and that's where I was shopping, so. Make sure to get the edges good. And then that's our black canvas panel. I just cut it in 2 places and snap it, because I kind of like the rough look, because you know it's Halloween. But I try to trim it to make it smoother on the edge. You can even take our fabric and see how much we need. And then and there is our fabric that'll go in here. Okay. Okay, let's take our brush and here. Okay, now let's put this down. I guess I can trim this a little bit. I've got it a little too long. Oh, this is a kitchen scraper. You know I'm a cook when I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna leave this white. I think we pull this off. Now let's see if I can get into the sticker. Here we go. Let's try to put this in the middle of our canvas, just like that. Canvas. I'm gonna start with poking a hole in the center, making sure it goes through the whole thing. Which is easier said than done. Okay, let's see what else I can. Here we go. Okay, let's see how our glue gun's doing. Yeah, it's ready. So let's start rolling our canvas back. Okay, we're gonna add. We always have little places to add embellishments on these canvases. And I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add this one. Like he's coming. I'm gonna tuck him in right there. It's actually a patch for, I think, a jacket. I'm gonna kind of tuck him in here. Okay, now we're gonna go over to the big canvas. Here's our guy. I have some of this because I want to make him 3D. And his hair just isn't substantial enough. You gotta make his hair substantial. Ooh. And there we go. That's more. Because his hair was wild in the video, in the movie. Take our frame and glue it around. This would be fun on your mantle or on the buffet table for when you have your Beetlejuice, when you watch Beetlejuice. Have movie night. We want to make sure the hair gets in there. We are going to just take this canvas. We're going to do a reverse canvas on this one. Which this will be my first time. I've seen them done, but haven't really done one. We are going to paint the frame black. And just dry brush it black. I want a little of the wood showing through and some imperfections. There's a big crack in this frame, which is perfect. And I didn't do it, it was that way. But that's kind of perfect for Beetlejuice and the spooky season, that it's not perfect. Okay, now we're gonna take our canvas. We're gonna glue it. Down on our canvas. And then we can trim the edges. And we'll just trim this off. The one side I may have to glue it down a little more. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little more glue here. I'm gonna go and add some black. Okay, let's pull out the top because we're gonna have one of our own. We're gonna get rid of this. Now we're bringing out kitchen tools again. Okay, there's what we want to do. Okay, let's paint this white. We're going to just paint this pumpkin white. Here it is, all painted white. We're going to just let this dry. And I'm not going to do a second coat. I know there's a little bit of orange shading through, but I just want this enough that if our fabric doesn't cover everything, that it doesn't look orange. I ripped fabric in 2-inch little strips, but if you didn't want to do that, you could use unwired ribbon to do the same thing. We're going to take our fabric, we're going to start up here at the top. I'm going to add some glue. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to start this by adding glue here, over here. I'm going to just take a little bit of this. Okay, now I'm going to grab the next piece. And that's why I cut this hole there. That, and we'll have to put our, we're going to have to put our stem there. And this is cold glue, so it's not going to melt your pumpkin because it's not real hot. It's enough to make you go ooh when you put your finger in it. That's about it. But it's not to the point you'll get really bad burns. Okay, now we'll do our next one. And you just keep doing that till you finish the pumpkin all the way around. Okay, we're to the end, and I'll show you how to finish, how I'm going to finish the end. I'm going to start with some glue here on the edge. Add some glue down. And then I'm going to trim this one shorter than the rest. It's going to be a little bit shorter. And I'm going to take and add some glue here. Remember, our bottom's going to be covered. And then I'm going to take and finish this off with hot glue just like that. And fold it over. Our pumpkin. Now we can start embellishing it, which is, to me, that's the fun part. And I have a little bit of the fun hair from our last project that I'm going to add in here. And you think that's the stem. No, not at all. You just wait. I have some fun things as the stem. Okay, maybe I won't cut them like that. Oh, come on. Well, let's see our canvas. Okay, let's get this glued down and then we'll embellish it. Okay, now we have this that I wanted to add to this project. If I don't rip it. Let's try it here. I still have a couple more of these. I don't know. Let's see what I could do with them. I found these little things at Michael's. And I thought that these would be perfect for the Beetlejuice. Video. But it's one of my favorite Christmas movies, and of course Halloween, so I am going to do one tiny project that's Nightmare Before Christmas. Indy said that you can do any Tim Burton movie. Of course, my main focus was on Beetlejuice. Okay, we're doing this for decor. I'm gonna probably put this, I may put this in my kitchen for Halloween. And I'm gonna use this and dab it off. I found this stencil, actually I found it at on Temu. All the little embellishments for Beetlejuice. This one here for Nightmare Before Christmas. I found those. I ordered them on Temu. Because I knew Hobby Lobby wouldn't have anything like this, and I doubted that Michael's would have anything. So I went to Temu, and they had tons of stuff. And I also found a bunch of stuff for my Halloween videos. see one space that didn't get filled. Okay. There we go. Now I can touch that up with white. Here's a piece of the fabric that we used on our pumpkin that I had left over. I thought I'd use it and just put it as an embellishment across the top. I'm gonna make sure the end's down good. I found this tool on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I thought, oh, this matches the green and black and white that we're doing. Okay. I am going to take a little bit of glue and adjust that down to there. And you can cut the string, you can cut the tails as long as you want. I think I'll trim mine a little bit. These are 3 projects. First, we have our exploding canvas with Beetlejuice. Stay weird, my friends. And then we have our Beetlejuice pumpkin that I did with a reverse canvas and added, of course, the green tufts and the little things that reminded me of the snake thing. And then, of course, you have Beetlejuice thing there on the pumpkin. And last but not least, I did Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my favorites of Tim Burton. And I did the Nightmare Jack and Sally with, I don't know what the ghost's name is, on a little cutting board for my kitchen, and added some green tulle and some of the black and white fabric to match the rest of my Tim Burton designs. You tell me which one out of the three is your favorite.